Hello folks and welcome to another Chasing the Fact video. In this video we are remembering Ellery Queen, starring Jim Hutton. Remember that TV show? Yes, it turns 50 this year. Match wits with Ellery Queen and see if you can guess who done it. Jim Hutton was not the first individual to play Ellery Queen. Ellery Queen got its start way back in the 50s. When it first started out, it was called The Adventures of Ellery Queen. And later it moved to television. When I was a young lad, I remember watching Ellery Queen, the TV show, on Sunday nights. The TV show only lasted for like one season. They were going to come out with season 2, but Jim Hutton died of cancer before season 2 can be filmed. So I have a lot of fond memories of Ellery Queen, reading Ellery Queen Mystery Magazine and watching the TV show. Ellery Queen was a fictional character. Livingston and Link, the two individuals that created Columbo and a couple of other characters, brought the character of Ellery Queen to the small screen. They also created Jessica Fletcher from Murder, She Wrote. Now we're going to look at some Wikipedia articles. This is a PDF file from Wikipedia I downloaded. I'm just a one-man show. I don't have any editors or anything like that. The Adventures of Ellery Queen apparently started airing in the 1950s on Dumont Television Network. And me personally, I never heard of Dumont. Apparently the first season ran from October 19th, 1950 to December the 6th, 1951. Had like 50 episodes. And on ABC from December the 16th, 1951 to November the 26th, 1952, and had 43 episodes. And it starred Richard Hart as Ellery Queen. I guess he died of a heart attack on January the 1951 and was replaced by Lou Bowman. Okay. I guess Amos played Richard Queen, the guy's father. I guess this is the first production by Irving and Norman. This Donald Richardson was the director. I guess it had a notable number of guest stars. The ABC version is sponsored by Big Cigars, but the sponsorship ended with the last broadcast. Here's some of the episodes. I guess that was the first season, I guess. And this is the second season, Dumont Network, and this is the ABC Network. The second season was telecast on NBC from September 26, 1958 to June 1959 and had 33 episodes. George Nader starred as Ellery Queen for the first 20 episodes and Lee Phillips for the remaining 13. So these are the episodes. By 1975, Ellery Queen was brought to television by Livingston and Link. While most crime dramas at the time were telling you how the crime happened, Ellery Queen left the killer out, and the audience had to figure out who the murderer was. As the show progressed, you would pick up clues who the killer was, and at the end of the show, Ellery Queen would talk to the camera and make comments about the case. Sometimes he might say something like, well, I think you probably figured out who done it right around the time Dad did, indicating that you were kind of slow. And sometimes he might say that you were ahead of the case. So he would gather everyone around the room, and then he would expose the killer. If you were right, he would congratulate you, and if you were wrong, well, he'd tell you to think things over again. But anyway, the show was a lot different than most crime dramas on television. So this is what the TV series looked like. The show aired from September 11, 1975 to April 4th, 1976, and starred Jim Hutton as Ellery Queen and David Wayne as Inspector Queen, otherwise Ellery's dad. And of course each episode revolved around Arthur Queen investigating a murder, usually with the assistance of his father. That's who David Wayne played. The series uses some of the same dramatic devices found in the early Ellery Queen novels and the radio shows. Hutton broke the fourth wall to challenge viewers to solve the mystery. Like I said earlier, it was different from most detective shows at the time. Otherwise, instead of the audience just watching the show and seeing the crime develop and seeing how the detectives solved the case, Ellery Queen didn't work that way. Jim Hutton Ellery Queen lived with his widowed father, Inspector Queen. Ellery solves cases while working on his latest book. Okay, yeah, so that's a picture of Jim Hutton right there and Ellery Queen. Yeah, there was an individual, I forget what his name was, that would come on and try to throw you off. Let's see here. And here's it talks about production. Okay, there's the episodes. This was never released on DVD in the United States. I think overseas it was, but not in the United States. So, at least I never found it. Jim Hutton died of cancer on June 2nd, 1979 at the age of 45. After Jim Hutton's passing, Ellery Queen left the air and was never brought back, at least not to my knowledge. There were some TV shows that copied the idea of leaving the killer out and let the audience try to figure out who done it. The idea of it faded out over time. Jim Hutton did star in a movie based on the Ellery Queen character. Ellery Queen has been pretty much forgotten over time, so I guess at this point in time it doesn't look like Hollywood is ever going to bring back Ellery Queen. So that'll end this video. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you hear and seen here, remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. I will talk at you later. Bye, folks. Take care.